There is a wave of anxiety in Anambra State, Nigeria, since the emergence of the new security outfit codenamed Agunechemba. Residents have likened it to the days of Bakassi boys. There is a fear that just like Bakassi, this their new hero, Agunechemba, may also just come and go, leading us to the popular Bible verse that says, "Except the Lord watches over a city, the watchman watcheth in vain."
The newly passed Anambra State Homeland Security Law. The Anambra State Homeland Security Law has come to be.
Hello and welcome to Direct on the Spot, the show where we hit it hard and hot on matters of concern that shape and affect our daily lives. Anambra State government, under the watch of Soludo Charles, is leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that his people sleep well at night. And this has led to the creation of the Homeland Security Law. He has been working tirelessly to ensure that Anambra State residents, people, visitors can enjoy themselves, can enjoy their money, can sleep well, can eat food, and keep calm. And this has led to the creation of Anambra State's Homeland Security Law, this law that gave birth to Agunechemba.
We call it Agunechemba, just like in the Southwest, they call it Amote. So my key message, we're going to fight this thing in any and everywhere that we can. We must secure our bushes. We must kick them out of every camp where they are in Anambra. And we must nip this issue of kidnapping. Anywhere and everybody that we get connected or remotely connected, our law now prescribed for 25 years and no option of a fine. And any place where that is used for that, even for the manufacture, sale or use of drugs, that building, any property will be forfeited to the state government and will bring it down.
Some people may ask, what is Agunechemba? And what is the Homeland Security Law? What is the Homeland Security Law that was recently passed by the Anambra State government? That is why you are here. So listen very carefully. The Anambra State Security Law 2025 was enacted to enhance internal security and establish a structured framework for community involvement in maintaining peace and order. Key provisions of the law include establishment of the Agunechemba security outfit. The state security agency is designed to complement existing law enforcement agencies in preventing crime and ensuring public safety. Community participation. The law emphasizes the role of citizens in security matters, encouraging community leaders to submit regular reports of security and engage in proactive measures to prevent crime. Regulations for property owners and businesses. Property owners, including landlords and hotel operators, are required to collect and verify detailed personal information from tenants and guests. They are also mandated to install surveillance systems to monitor activities within their premises. Prohibition of harmful traditional practices. The law criminalizes the use of charms or substances intended for criminal activities or the accumulation of wealth through supernatural means. Offenders may face imprisonment of up to 6 years or a fine of 20 million or both. Enforcement powers. The Agunechemba operatives are granted powers to patrol, make arrests, and conduct investigations. They are also authorized to enter private residences without a warrant under certain circumstances, which has raised concerns, anyway, regarding potential conflict with constitutional rights. The Homeland Security Law has been signed, under which you have Agunechemba. But there are other things that are there which the law entails, which I just read out for you. So you know that it's not all about Agunechemba. It is a complete law that's well detailed. And there are other things inside the law. Agunechemba just being a sub of that law. So you have seen and heard. So it's not about Agunechemba alone. It is a law in Anambra State that even incoming governors will also have to toe that part for the future of Anambra citizens. And now you see that this is a brilliant initiative that has been done to curb insecurity in the states. Because as you all know, insecurity in a state is insecurity everywhere. So I just read out for you a brief overview so that you see that this Agunechemba is actually a bigger picture than we actually see. It's not all about the outfit alone, but it's about the general law that is protecting it itself, that it's within. So you know that this is a bold move by the government of Anambra State to checkmate crime. Anambra State is kind of like the heart of the East in a way, because that's the gateway to the East from the West. So insecurity in Anambra State can affect both the West and both the East, and somehow even the North, and generally Nigeria at large. So the governor himself has seen that there is a lot of loopholes in his state and decided to act this way. So I want to tell Anambra people right now that around the world, Anambrarians, it's time for happiness, it's time for joy, it's time to rejoice, because it's not easy in this country now. You have a government that is really tackling security. Soludo is a man that I know that says and does what he says. He's not perfect, but he's trying for him to understand this problem, that without security in Anambra State, business cannot thrive. And Anambra people are very, very commercially inclined. They're people who trade a lot, people who sell a lot, markets, and a lot of goods, a lot of containers coming into that state, a lot of people in that state who live there. Anambra State has 21 local governments and about 5 million people. So you know what it means to be a governor of that state. It virtually has two major cities of Awka and Onitsha. Onitsha being the commercial capital, while Awka is the seat of power in Anambra State. So, whatever it is to bring security to the state definitely is welcome. But I want to bring out some salient points, some questions that need to be asked, because end of the day, if we don't talk about these things, nobody will talk about it. In your quest to bring security outfit, there are things that you should know. Both people in the state should know, people outside should know, and the governor himself should know, because good things sometimes come in different ways. I want to say, apart from this being a brilliant initiative, here are some points you need to know. One, it's not only by starting a security outfit that is the problem. It's by ensuring that the security outfit does the work it was created to do. So you must do everything you can as governor to make sure that this is effective from start to finish. You must make sure that this outfit is effective and it doesn't fall by the roadside. That is one. Number two, what happens to the AVG, Anambra Vigilante Services? Will they still operate? In what capacity? Are they also part of this outfit? Did you include them or exclude them? Because definitely speaking, they can't just stand by and watch while this whole thing unfolds. They have to be brought in. They have to be brought in at a point. Some of them, many of them, because they're already aware of what goes on in the grassroots. They have been there. They have been doing the job at the grassroots, so they know most of these places you're looking for. They know most of the people you might be looking for. So they are very important that you must include them. It's very important you have to include some of them at least in this. Also, number three, is this a throwback of Bakassi era? I'm asking because, it's possible that in this life we live in circles. Sometimes you say, why don't I take a cue from Bakassi? It was successful in the past. Did a good job. So why can't I go there and borrow something from the playbook? So is this a playbook from Bakassi? Trying to act the same movie? Trying to get the same success? Well, it doesn't matter so long as it gets results. because Bakassi at the time was disbanded. So we hope this one will go the right way and will not get to that point where we have to also disband it. Why are we doing this in the 4th year of governance? Why didn't we start this in the 1st year or the 2nd year? Because by rights, the government is about like an outgoing government, except he wins the election. So why is he doing this now? Why now? That's a silent question. So remember, do we also have sufficient personnel? Do you also have sufficient personnel for this? The last time I checked, he said it's 2,000 people that were brought in. That's a very small number for a population of 5 million people. 2,000 people cannot handle this at all. They can't. They cannot handle it. What is the mandate of Agunechemba? What is their mandate? They have to know, because we have the police, we have other security agencies out there. So there is no clash among them. Please, there should be no extrajudicial killings. If anybody is caught, he should be handed over to the police station. There should be no torture. These outfits must operate within the ambits of the law. Because we live in a country that a lot of things are going on. So people must be sure that the security agencies who are formed to take care of them and protect them must also not make them live in fear. It's happened before, it's happening again. Even right now, Nigerians are still living in fear. So what is the force about Agunechemba? What is the problem with it? It's a wonderful development because it ensures that it's adding to our security, loopholes here and there, fills it up. Because last time I checked, Nigeria is under policed, we are under protected, and anything that can be done to ensure that the country is well defended by all means should be done. So this is a laudable one from the government of Anambra State under Professor Chukwumachal Soludo. I believe that it was done with good intentions. Definitely speaking, you can say whatever you want to say, but let me tell you, security is the priority of any government in power. Any governor that fails to provide security has failed already. So some people can say, yes, why is he doing this now? Or why is he doing this time? Is he really security? Don't worry. The moment you cannot sleep at night, that's when you will know that insecurity is a bad thing. So don't ever oversee, overlook, or undervalue little things like security, because they are the leader. It is the leader of any other thing you want to do in your life. Security is number one before you talk of anything. That is the truth. So these security agencies caught a man called Akwa Okuko Tawaraki. He's a young man who has been doing his business in Anambra State over the years. Sometimes you see him on social media, how he does his things. Nobody questions him. But all of a sudden, he was arrested by Agunechemba. And he had a meeting or interrogation in the deputy governor's lodge or office, where he was explaining himself, trying to defend himself.
You said you know about the law.
Because the government has been arresting Dibias, herbalists. So some might say, oh, why is the law covering Dibia? Why are we doing with our Dibia? Why are we fighting Dibias? We're not fighting the Dibias. He's always saying that he's checkmating some of their excesses. Some of them that do money ritual charms. Because this country we are living in now, things are happening. People are doing strange things for money. People are kidnapping. People are kidnapping a lot. I know many people I know that have been kidnapped. Many. People are selling markets, while others also have the same markets and still add it with kidnapping. Add the business with organ rituals, organ harvesting. That's not how it's supposed to be. How can we as a people kidnap ourselves and come out and celebrate that we have money? To be fair to Soludo, Soludo is a very good man. I mean, there's how I judge people. People who care about the lives of people are good people. He means well for the security of the state. And also, I believe that there are genuine traditional worshippers in Anambra State that we should be careful on who we arrest. There are genuine traditional worshippers. There are genuine dibias. So it's not like going around arresting anybody we see, saying it's a dibia, saying it's a traditional worshipper. These are our culture. Remember, we have a culture in Africa, so we must respect them. I've not seen a government go around and say they want to arrest, fake pastors or pastors who are doing, who see visions and call people's names and do things in their churches too, because some of them are in the churches doing the same things. But because it is the white man's church, we respect them. So to be fair to our DBS too, there are good ones out there. So tagging them in this whole thing, I think is unfair to them. So let's be a bit fair to them and respect them. When we have anyone we suspect, we must ask questions and do our due diligence before we arrest. Before we arrest. Let's not jumble them into the same basket. No. Please. Let's be fair to them. Let's treat them with dignity. They are our own custodians of culture. Please. Because if you start arresting them indiscriminately, the good ones will leave. And then we are empty, left with nothing. Anambra needs peace. Let's be fair to Anambra State. Anambra needs peace to drive stability, to drive commerce, to drive up the GDP. Without peace, there is no business. Without peace, there is no stability. To be fair to Soludo, this man, his reforms in the banking sector, Nigerians, we are still reaping for the little reforms he did. The little reforms he did as a CBN governor, Nigerians are reaping for it. So let us support him for these security reforms he's doing rather. If the banking reforms could work, definitely these security reforms in Anambra State is going to work. So let's be fair to him and don't rush and say he did it. Because when he was doing the banking reforms, some people were saying the same thing. People did not like it. Not everybody liked it. And it's not all policies you must like. But you must support your governor right now. You must support your governor right now to get this insecurity out of the state as quickly as possible. Because this man means well for the state. This man means well for his people. This man is all about reforms, transformation, change, determination. Anambra State is number 1 in the southeast in population, resources, human resource, commerce, they're number 1. And this insecurity is a setback to that state. A very big setback to that state. The potentials of Anambra State can never be harnessed with insecurity. The potential of Anambra State can never be harnessed. It will keep on going backward and backward. By rights, Awka is supposed to be the best capital in the southeast. Onitsha is supposed to be the best capital in Nigeria when it comes to commerce. When you say the Igbo man is good in trade, the Igbo man is good in buying and selling. But how can buying and selling thrive with insecurity? Do you know the kind of money in Anambra State? billionaires in Anambra State. Such a shame that we're living in that kind of place with criminals, kidnappers, organ harvesters, fraudsters, ritualists in this same state. No, you can't move forward. All of a sudden, very soon, the young boys, the youth coming up will no longer want to trade. The youth coming up will want to put their hands into negative vices like this because that's the sure way to wealth. So it's good we put an end to it today, put a stop to it today, and it ends. So it's time to take a stand, say what's on my mind. This is me being on the spot right now. This is my take. Do I support Agunechemba and the Homeland Security law? Big yes. Anything that is about security of the people, anything that's about keeping the people safe, I am in big support of it. Does Chukwumacha Soludo mean well for Anambra people and to an extent Nigeria? Yes. Soludo is a man that has intelligence. When he was CBN governor, he brought reforms that changed this country forever. We'll never forget him. Why wouldn't I support him for this? And why wouldn't I think he means well for his state when he meant well for Nigeria? When he meant well for Nigeria and brought banking reforms. So why would I not think he means well for his state because of the security bill? Why would I want to look deep and try to politicize it here and there? No. Soludo means well for his state. He loves Anambra State. So I would say, yes, Soludo means well for his state. Can Agunechemba alone stop security in Anambra State? Can Agunechemba alone stop insecurity in Anambra State? Huge no. Agunechemba can never alone stop insecurity in Anambra State. And that is because insecurity starts with you and me. If Anambra people decide to end insecurity today as a people, they will personally use their hand to fish out those people in their community doing those things. Don't even need Agunechemba. You don't need them. If Anambrarians wake up one day and say they want to fish out people in their community that are doing these things, they will fish them out. They will fish them out. So if they decide also that they will hide these things from the governor and from Agunechemba and continue it in their own way, they will still do it. So Agunechemba can never stop insecurity, but Anambra people's decision to live in peace, to shun bad vices, to shun kidnapping, to shun organ rituals, to shun quick money, to shun drugs, that is what is going to really be the game changer here. And I believe the majority of Anambra people will follow this path, embrace peace, embrace the right way, embrace genuine ways, and put an end to this. Are there some ritualists disguising as native doctors in Anambra State? Big yes. They don't mix them now. They have mixed it. They have mixed it up. It's just normal. Eh? You wouldn't care there, it's there. You carry one from here, you put it here. They are mixing their business now. It's no more about one thing alone. They are adding a lot of things. So some local worshippers now are now looking for money too. So they're going to look for charms that can, fetch them better patronage. And even the good ones among them now are seeing that people no longer patronize them. Because when you come and say, Oga, you do this charm, they don't do it. Say, okay, let me go and do it. I heard they call it Okete. Okete. That's the charm that they use. So many of them are doing that charm, and some are not doing it. Those ones who are not doing it may kind of start doing it because that is what is drawing customers. So yes, many of them are changing towards the negative side because definitely that is what is paying. Do I think this bill, this law should have come earlier than now? Yes, this law is coming late. It should have come earlier than now because it should have at least been at its peak now than at its beginning. So, soludo, this law, wrong timing. Accepted, but I would have preferred you to have done it in your second year. These are the kind of plans you come with as a governor. Not just, it just comes out of your mind over time. You should have planned these things coming into the state as a governor, because you would have seen all these problems as a candidate before coming in as a governor and finding the solutions for it. As your name, Soludo, solution. But we still accept it. Better late than never. It doesn't matter when it comes, but it has come. That is it for you. Agunechemba has come to stay. Agunechemba has come to stay. I want to mention Honorable Azuka. That was his body was found at over at the head bridge, close to the head bridge in Onitsha. He was kidnapped and he was killed. His body was found by a combined team of security operatives. Rest in peace to the young man who has a family and a wife at home, doing his job, serving his people, House of Assembly member, Anambra State, under Labour Party, who has been serving his people diligently and working tirelessly to see that Anambra State is in the map, supporting the governor and working tirelessly for Nigeria. He was killed in such a way, such a shame. Such a shame. And these are the reasons why we need to stand up as the people and say no to criminals. Because if you tolerate a criminal, one day the criminal will come back to you, and when he does not have another person to kidnap, he will come back to you and kidnap you or hurt you, because they have no friends. They have no friends. Criminals have no friends. Don't support them. Always call them out. Always report them. And please, if you see anything, always say something. Go to the police, make your reports. Do not wait until you are a victim. If you're entering a bus, be very careful. If you're walking on the road, be very careful. And I believe that in a few months, we will see the real dividends of democracy on this security change. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, and share this channel. Turn on notification button and get informed on new videos as we release them. This is your host, Chinedu, signing out.